live with the OC JetView. We are in Las Vegas International Airport, and I have a surprise. We have Trump's new Air Force One parked right here, pretty close to me. I'm across the street. There is a fence here, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna go ahead and do this show here. It's gonna be awesome. I'm not sure what time he's departing. I think maybe 2 o'clock, between 2 and 4, something like that. I'm very happy to be here. They do have down the street on the opposite side of the street here a actual plane spotting location, but it is closed. They got the barriers up for cars, so I'm just assuming that's because he is here. That makes no sense because I am on a public sidewalk across the street with my First Amendment right, and I am allowed to film here anything that I could see. That's kind of really cool with plane spotters. You need to watch where you film, make sure you're not on private property, and if you are, you got to get the permission. So here we go. Let's there is a pole here, but that's not going to be a factor, I don't think. Let's see what we got here. Let's find the app. So bear with me, I'm just, getting set up here. And we got a plane coming in right there. So, welcome to the show. If you haven't watched my show, check it out. It's going to be really cool today. I am in a shady spot, so I don't really have to worry about the heat. Of course, it is obviously hot here. But where do you see this landing? It's pretty cool. It's pretty close to me. Coming in for landing, Frontier Flight 2801 from Detroit, Blanco the Polar Bear, A320-200, exactly 4-hour flight. So here we go. To start the show, we're going to get our first landing here at Frontier. You know, as of LAX, I love Frontier. There's going to be some obstacles, as there always is, for plane spotting, like cars and everything, but check this out where they land. It's literally just right here. There we go. What do you guys think of that? That's pretty cool, huh? Okay. We got a couple of Southwests lining up there. We do have another landing. Let's see here. Let's do another landing. Southwest again, flight 969 coming in from BWI Baltimore, 737-800, 4 hours and 25-minute flight. So obviously every plane that lands here is the party bus, right? So it's kind of different from when I'm at LAX. They're going to Vegas. All these planes are party buses because they're landing here. I'll check the temperature for you guys here. I would assume it's 100, but I am in the shade and there's a breeze, so it's doable. I wasn't about to be out in the sun here. Okay, so some scenery. We have, of course, Mandalay Bay there. We have Luxor. And then the rest of the strip behind the terminal there. Let's see, Stratosphere you can see right there in the background. So we're good with that. Next up for a landing is going to be another Southwest flight 107 coming in from PHS Phoenix, 737 MAX 8, 39-minute flight on that. And then our friends to the north, Canada, a WestJet flight 1056 coming in from YVR Vancouver, 737-8, 2 hours and 11-minute flight for that one. So we'll get a couple more and then we'll start in on the takeoffs. Go ahead and start watching the video. You guys are absolutely going to enjoy it today. I did not just get here straight from California. We came in a couple days ago, and my wife's family lives in St. George, Utah, so I just drove south from St. George, Utah to get here to Las Vegas. It's 2 hours, and then after my show I'll drive 2 hours back, but I do plan on having a couple more days because we still got about another 8 or 9 days here. So let's go for that WestJet. Our Canadian friends, which we love. It's so awesome to be here. I can't believe it. You guys are stoked. Go ahead and let me know where you're watching from in the chat as usual. Okay. Here goes our WestJet. I was checking the chats, kind of how I missed him landing. Apologize for that. Okay, enough landings because I believe they're just going to keep coming in and in. So let's show you how the takeoffs look here. We're pretty much at the end of the runway. For runway 26 is 26 right takeoffs, 26 left for landings. So our first takeoff today is going to be Southwest Flight 1280 going to Detroit. We had one just land, DTW 737 MAX 8. So we're going to go ahead and get that. Let me see how it looks on the screen. Clear enough for having this big fence here. My plan was to go to that other spot I told you that was just closed, and unfortunately they didn't let us, so I would have put the camera right up on the fence and it would have made the fence disappear. There's American touching down real quick. We want to get this takeoff. He is rolling. So back home at LAX, Trump flew in the evening time to LAX, and LA flights, they caught the landing. But they're not in Vegas like I am, and hopefully I could stay here long enough to get the departure with the new Air Force One that was gifted to Trump from Qatar. There it is every time we pass by it. It's a beautiful plane, beautiful livery. Southwest, this is how the landings are going to be. They do lift off, unfortunately, kind of far from where I'm at, but we still get it. welcome to the channel. This is Mike, your host with OC JetView. We are live at Las Vegas, I almost said LAX. We're live at Harry Reid International Airport, used to be called McCarran Airport. And we do have Trump here on the tarmac with the brand new Air Force One. And I'm not lying, there it is right there. Beautiful plane. And currently no one ready for takeoff here. There is a UPS flying almost to the airport. Came in from Ontario, is going to BDL Windsor Locks. They're using the 767. Yeah, I don't see him yet. That would be pretty cool to get him overhead. He's still kind of south. He might be above us. Let me see. Yeah, I can't see him. He's only at 40,000 feet, no wonder. Okay, excellent. We have a 7.5 Delta 748 going to its home base in Atlanta, Georgia, ATL. And we're going to go ahead and zoom in on him. Constantly scanning the outskirts here. Yeah, there's nothing coming in for landing. And here goes Delta. You know we love the 7.5s. He is going to take up the whole runway. Must be pretty loaded. There we go. Welcome Las Vegas style. When I was young, in my 20s, I would be partying over in the casinos. I don't do that anymore. I'm too old now. So, we film the jets. That's what we do. Okay, so there has been this Southwest sitting there for a minute. And now there's a little E-175 Alaska behind him. So the Southwest wants to go to San Diego, and the little E-175 from Alaska wants to go to San Diego as well. Both of them. They'll be following each other all the way there. So, we currently do not have any takeoffs and no landings on these runways, the far south runways, as of yet. So Vegas is set up with like a L-shaped runway pattern here. And we do have 3 planes in a row that are going over to those other runways, which is kind of parallel to the strip, if that makes sense. What's up, Mark, in Vegas? Yeah, making it happen. goes the new Air Force One from Qatar. Alright, I'll shut up about it until it leaves. Southwest is taxiing to the runway here. The cool thing about this spot also is that it's an area of Vegas that's pretty much oh, these trucks are loud. It's a strip in between lights here that is pretty much just businesses, so there ain't gonna be the homeless or anyone who would mess with me walking down the street. Plus, they'd really be out of their mind because it is probably 100 or more degrees here right now, you know. We could go ahead and check that. That second Southwest. The second one is going to Burbank, BUR flight 2133, 737-7 that they're using. The E-175 is still just hanging out there, so they're letting the Southwest go. Shocker there. Nothing for landings. They're all, like I said, going to the other runway. It's a very distinctive pattern that they have here. You know, having like an L-shape runway, and they both meet at the opposite end. Hopefully, you know, there's one or the other, not at the same time. That would be an incursion. We don't want that. Alright, so let's get this Southwest. He looks like he's ready to go. Southwest has a pretty big presence in Las Vegas. I see JetBlue over there. I know there's United, American, Allegiant Airlines here, Breeze Airlines is here, Korean Air is here. All the heavy hitters, you know. But it's all about Air Force One today. You know what, while he's waiting real quick, let's check the temperature. .105 right now. It's going to be a high of 111 here. But I'm in the shade, so it's probably only about 90. We will have a little bit of heat haze out there ricocheting off the tarmac. And he gets off early. Sweet. Quick little flight down to San Diego for him. It's probably really cool there, I'd imagine. Oh, we got a bunch of Southwest down here. There's even a third one that rolled up, so they got to get them all out of here. I'll call them off as they get lined up. Come on, app. Okay, so next in line is Southwest 2174 going to Houston, HOU 737-7. The one behind him is going to Denver, 2157, 737 MAX 8. And then the third one is the one going to San Diego, flight 1979, 737-700. Semi. Perfect. So at takeoff over there, I'm at my full 500 millimeters, and then as they get, like I said, they're pretty close to us, we'll let off of the lens here a little, and then as they get past, we put the 500 back in. It's really cool to see the mountain in the background, huh? He is out of here. I think there's a fourth one that just rolled up, actually. No, it's the same. Okay. Waiting for the 5-mile separation, of course. And here we go. So this street with all these cars is Sunset, so it's obviously a pretty busy street. Well, it's cool there's no takeoffs because we got to bang out all these departures here. So, of course, we're always in search for really cool liveries, you know. And when I get back, I'm definitely going to be going to San Diego Airport because that place is just insane being up there. It's like 20 knots, 25 knots of wind up there. It feels so good. So this is about 350. We zoom into 5 there. Go ahead and say hi on the chat. Like to hear from you guys. See where you're watching from. I know where Mark is watching from. He's just kind of throttles forward, guy. It's the only way you're going to get off the ground. Aborted takeoff, okay. Maybe they just weren't quite ready. Here goes something we don't see all the time at LAX. And of course it's blurry. Looks like a Canadian airline. That is Air Canada Rogue ROGUE flight 1702 coming in from Toronto YYZ. It's a A320-200. He must have landed on the opposite side. What is this Southwest doing? I do not know what's going on with this Southwest. I assume now at this point he has to go back to his gate. Something is not right. So he is on a taxiway in between runways now. And this was the one that was going to go to San Diego. Well, stuff happens. All landings are going on the other side. I'm not quite sure why. If they could take off on this side, they could land on this side. So, if I lived out here, I would know the pattern more often, but I don't. Really strange. Okay, we got a JetBlue here. Let's see if he's gonna take off or if he's gonna be going to the other side. This is JetBlue going to JFK, New York, flight 348, 321-200. Okay, so it seems to me that either the winds shifted or well, I don't think Trump is leaving. I don't even think he started his meeting yet. I thought they said about 1 o'clock. I'm not sure. But if it's the reason of that, then they're going to close the whole south side of the airport here for that. Strange. I wish I knew. Just passing him as an American. He's going to Miami. If he follows the JetBlue, then they're all going to be going down on the other side, and I was kind of hoping that wasn't the case because it's kind of hard to spot here. Well, oh, I see what they're doing. They reversed ops. That's what they did. So they reversed ops because of the air, which is cool. They'll lift off right here. This is a cool view. We could get the gear up here and alright, no worries. I just lost who's who now, so I'll have to tell you who that guy was. But sure enough, on his tail, there he goes, another Southwest. We got gear up. Okay, so way down at the opposite end here is at the end. Yeah, so they reversed ops on us, so I think that Canadian plane is taking off next. Yes, it is. Okay. And then the San Diego Southwest is down there. We got another one, Southwest 1414, going to my local airport, SNA John Wayne, and 737-7 on that one. Cool, I'm glad we didn't lose this Canadian livery to the other side of the airport, which we didn't, thank God. We just got the cars. Once they get above the fence in there, you know, we're above the cars pretty much. But yeah, when that wind changes, now we got another Southwest. This is the one going to John Wayne. And these vehicles make it hard to see the plane, huh? Okay, I know the JetBlue, the American is right behind him. And the Southwest that we thought had a problem, flight 1979 going to San Diego, he's down there now. We're going to see how that's going to play out with who they're going to let go next. We have a Delta 57 going to JFK, New York, flight 795. And another American behind him going to DCA, Washington, 737 MAX 8. That's flight 1525. Okay, so see where that Southwest is. I think he's over there somewhere. Yeah, he's just sitting there. Okay, cool. We're going to see how the landings are. We have one on final, Southwest 1056 coming from Sacramento, California, SMF 737-8. 58-minute flight. So let's go ahead and focus on him. Let me see, he is just right there. Okay, let me get my water real quick. That Alaska E-175 is still sitting there. Not quite sure what the deal with him is. Let's see how long he's been sitting there on the opposite side of where everyone else is. He has been sitting there doesn't say. I would say probably a good 15-20 minutes now. Let's see how the landings are gonna go. That looks really cool with the background. Check that out. Hat on, but I'm so in the shade, maybe I'll take it off. I'm kind of sweating here. No worries. I found a sick spot. Okay, so that's what it's gonna kind of look like for the fencing, unfortunately, until he gets over here. We could probably get the reverse thrust where I'm at. Yep. JetView has departed. This is pretty cool. Tell me what you guys think. This runway is extremely close here. Okay. He's gonna hold short because American is lifting off now. He's doing his thing. See you guys later. Next up, there you go, Southwest. Then we're gonna have that Delta 57. He should be pretty loud by the time he reaches here. Got him out of here. Okay, 7.5. He is lined up. There he goes. So the plane that just took off was going to San Diego. That's that one. The one in front of him was going to Miami. Yeah, that's the American. And the 7.5, he's going to JFK. There's 3 more planes behind him lined up now, which will be American going back to DCA, Washington, flight 1525, 737 MAX 8. The Behind him is going to Philadelphia, American 1881, A321-2. And then finally behind him is United going to IAH, Houston, Texas, 2492. And he's going to be 737 MAX 9. So that kind of catches us up on departures here. And 75 is getting ready. He did the same thing. He stopped, aborted, and is going back for whatever reason. We just don't know. So then next up would be is an American going to Washington. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and do it. And he's airborne. All right. Okay. Departure, getting ready. He is rolling now. Here we go. And this road just never stops. It's insane. Another one out of here. Okay. They don't waste any time. They're just right on each other's back here, which is fine. We'll get the United going next, huh? The other one behind him is probably already rolling. I believe this is the Southwest that they made him switch. It's hard to tell where he is. Okay, there he goes. This is the one going to San Diego. Where's some heavies? We need a 777 either taking off or landing. We need an A350. Maybe a 7.6. The A380 would be great. Where's that? Okay, I'm going too far to the left. They're right there. Okay, cool. Get it going. This is the JetView saying, see ya. Gear doors up. Okay. There's the Valeris. Let's see what's going on here. May have a bit of a break. So the Delta that aborted, he's still down there. And then we have okay, the little E-175, it's been about 30 minutes of him waiting. He's going to San Diego flight 2416 Alaska Horizon. So he should take off pretty fast here. He's getting lined up. We got a couple more jets coming down the taxiway to make it down there for departure. As far as landings, there's a landing coming in. Maybe we'll get a landing. Alaska flight 757 coming in from Portland, Oregon, PDX 737-9. 1 hour and 47-minute flight. So he's above the mountain. Sorry, it's hard to see sometimes in my little viewfinder here. Oh, that's beautiful with the mountain, huh? Look at that. Wow. That's great. He's almost touching down. I had to swig some of my water. We got semis in the way galore. This street is just insane. Here he goes. Snuck up on me quick. Wow. Okay. All right. The E-175 on his way to Beautiful San Diego. This, he went all the way to the end of the runway. That's just insane. He must have landed really late, I would assume. So, back down here with departures. There's a few of them that's lined up there now. Yeah, there's at least 4. And then we got planes that landed on the opposite side that are turning off the runway down there as well. Okay, OC JetView, we got you covered. Next one is American going to Phoenix. That'll be a very quick flight for him. This is a great plane spotting spot, and they're actually reverse opping from when I first got here. Okay. Next up, this beautiful day. We got the Alaskan 7-3. Sitting here. I don't know what the deal with him is. Let's see. He's at the opposite end, looks confused. He wants to go to San Francisco SFO flight 574, 737 MAX 8. I don't understand that. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Okay, opposite end now. Southwest 1708 going to Reno, RNO, 737-800. And he's rolling now. So cool to see all the casinos in the background. How awesome. But they go by pretty fast. Okay, that Southwest is on his way. getting lined up. As soon as all these cars stop. Okay, this is our Valeris flight 1743 going to Guadalajara, GDL, A321-200 Neo. Excellent. I think that's the only place that this airline ever goes, because that's where they're always going at LAX. They got the purple engines going. So another view of Trump's Air Force One sitting there. Do we have any landings currently? Let me go further into outskirts and see what's going on. About 20 minutes out in the outskirt desert is Southwest 3762 coming in from John Wayne SNA. It'll be a 44-minute flight using a 737 MAX 8. And then right behind him is Southwest 2433 coming in from Long Beach. That's LGB. 44-minute flight, 737-7. So we got a couple of landings. Local time here, Las Vegas, is 12:51 p.m. Let's get a Southwest next. Beautiful clear day. There ain't a cloud in sight. 360 degrees here. All right. I see a Legion down there. Don't ever get that at LAX. Where is he at? He is, that's the United. Oh, he's down there already. He's right there with the blue and orange. Okay. Now this crazy plane took off real early. I can't even get him. Okay, so this plane is called Janet, J-A-N-E-T, and that's an acronym. What this plane does is it flies people from Vegas to Area 51 back and forth, so we're not going to know where it's going or anything. That's all classified, you know, with the aliens and stuff, so they're doing their research, I guess. So that was cool to get Janet, all right. Loving it. We got a Frontier. And the animal that be, Quinn the Great Curacao something. I don't know what that is. But I'm sure that you guys probably do. Alright, our Legion. I don't think I've filmed a Legion on the channel yet, since the channel is so new. Okay, so Allegiant going to Stockton, Northern California, SCK, flight 20, A319-100, smaller plane there. And then behind him is another Southwest, shocker there, going to LAX, flight 4127, 737 MAX 8. Okay, so Allegiant is on the roll. I've never flown Allegiant. They do fly into John Wayne. I don't know if they fly into LAX or not. They're never there when I'm there. But they fly into Phoenix and Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport. Guys, take care. We got our next one up. Probably getting ready to leave is the Southwest. And he is rolling now. So far, the small jets, I don't see any heavies yet. I know they exist here, though. I know that. KR Southwest. Again, we do have a landing. Probably those ones I was talking about. He is right there. And let's refresh our memory. Coming in from LAX, it's Frontier Penny the Owl livery, flight 3292. Okay. 42-minute flight from LAX. That's jamming. So cool, we'll get the zero in on the little animal on the fin of this Frontier. This is a cool stopping shot, huh? Look at the spoilers, reverse thrust. Way cool. Animal on the tail for your little Frontier jet. Next up is another landing. Let me hurry and tell you what the deal is with that because they're faster than I am. Next up is it's not showing at all. So we're just gonna have to wing it. It's another Frontier. Wow, look at that. 2 in a row. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's the bear. Okay. Sweet. 2 Frontiers there. We might as well do one more landing. I'll get you all the information on those since he's still up there ways. So the Frontiers just keep disappearing off the screen. I don't understand. So strange. The next one coming in is Southwest coming in from Burbank, 737-7, flight 174, 43-minute flight on that. We still don't have any big aircraft yet. Just wait, be patient. It's coming, I know it is. All right. All those brakes. One taking off, one landing every couple of seconds. That's how Southwest is going to do it. Let's do a takeoff. We're going to have to go back and forth because it's so busy here in Vegas. Next one taking off is going to St. Louis, STL 737-8, and it's going to be flight 556, right? Make sure I'm not dyslexic. Yeah, 556. He is out of here. We got another one going to Albuquerque, New Mexico, ABQ 737-7, flight 803. And we got a 2-for-1 there. Check that out. We're going to stick with the takeoff. Okay, I gotta check a couple things real quick, bear with me. Checking our power. Okay. Laptop back here. Okay. No one on the chat yet. You guys want to be muted today. You don't want to say anything, huh? Give me a second here, I'm almost done, I apologize. Okay, I think I'm just getting SPF 50 in my eyes, it's burning. Okay, so we got another Frontier down there getting ready to take off. And he is flight 3801 going to San Francisco, A321-200 Neo. Jaragua, the Records Rock Iguana. I just don't know where they get these names from. I really don't. Where they come up with them. Okay. And he is rolling now. How that looks. It's looking good. Oh yeah, he got up early. There's the animal. Excellent. What a day. Wow. Okay. We got a landing, Southwest 737 coming in from John Wayne again, SNA. He's going to be flight 3762, 737 MAX 8, 39 minutes. That's nothing. Jamming. He stopped pretty early there. I think he still has to come in front of me though, because there's no other turnoffs. Yeah, there's the turnoff right there. Sweet. Tower is just like this, looks like a match. It looks like the stratosphere, huh? What a trip. Okay. Frontier and Southwest are kind of running things the last like half an hour or so. Frontier 4048 going to Phoenix, PHS A321-200 Neo. Wilhelm the Stellar's Eider something. Okay. I'm not even going to try to know what these animals are. I have no idea. But it's cool. Lifting off early. Got our doors shut, ready to go. Cool, we got another landing, as we should. There he goes. That looks like a Southwest livery from here. Coming in from Long Beach, 2433, 737-7, 40 minutes from Long Beach. And of course it is Southwest again. I knew it. I need some water. And he came in hot. He's gonna shut him right about here. Thank you. Sweet. That looks awesome. Let's see, we could get Air Force One in the background. There it is. So I was coming here anyways today, and this just happens to be a treat. Hopefully we could watch it depart. Okay. This is Mike, your host of OC JetView, and of course we're always live. We are at Las Vegas Harry Reid Airport. Let's see if we can get the ball over there. There it is. The spear. He's right there. And we're just waiting on Trump. I think he's at some sort of meeting now, or it's just starting, something like that. Got some planes on the outskirts, but I don't think they're coming into this runway. Let's see, so he's 4,400 feet making a right turn. Yes, he is. Okay, Southwest coming in from up north, California, San Jose, SJC, flight 8506. 1 hour and 3-minute flight. At the same time, there's a Southwest down there waiting to depart. Going to Tampa Bay, Florida, TPA, 737 MAX 8, flight 107. So we're going to have that. We're going to have some landings next. There's about 3 in a row. Southwest coming in from Eugene, Oregon, EUG 737 MAX 8. 1 hour and 35-minute flight. He's behind the one that's landing after this takeoff. So you got to be fast here because that's how they do it. Oh, he's pretty quiet. Check that out. Okay. Next up is our landing. Got that there. Got another Southwest out there landing, 1702 coming in from San Jose. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Another one coming in from LAX. Yeah, we got a bunch of planes coming in, guys. Bunch of planes. Now we got our landing. Move, truck. These cars are driving me nuts. Go. Okay, our next landing is going to be there. We're still waiting on Trump's departure. Landing so far, no one is ready for takeoff here in this fair town of Las Vegas. And we haven't had a big wide body yet. That's kind of disappointing. Lot of Southwest, boy. Lot of Southwest too. They're everywhere now. Okay. Go ahead and plug in my cell phone. Need it. It's so nice having this drier heat here. There's no humidity. It is great. Zero humid. Okay, we sent Valeris to Guadalajara a while back. Now we got one coming in from Reno. Oh, you know, I'm sorry. He took off in Reno and he's flying over us at 39,025 feet. Going to Guadalajara. Gotcha. Okay. Down at the other end, holding short is Southwest going to Des Moines, Iowa, DSM, flight 4119, 737 MAX 8. We're waiting on him. And let's see. Right turn on final is Southwest coming from San Jose, flight 1702, 737-8, 1 hour flight. Okay. So the way it's gonna go is we're gonna get the takeoff first. Okay, Southwest is on the move. My wife logged in and said that there's so much traffic noise. I apologize, nothing I could do about that. Just kind of, I don't know, turn your volume down or something to watch the planes, or if you don't mind, then stay the same, we're good. A change again because we got breeze over here right in front of Air Force One, and he's going down to the opposite end. So if the wind direction just switched, which is so strange because behind me is another jet landing. Maybe it's the last one. I'll have to look and see. It's that other Southwest. Okay. It's really confusing for me here. Okay, so the Breeze, Mormon-owned airline Breeze, is down here at the opposite end. Flight 503 going to Jacksonville, Florida, JAX A220-300, flight 503. So it'd be kind of cool if they did switch, because we could get the landing touchdowns on this side and it's more clear, you know. Yeah, nothing is down on the south end at this time. And as far as landings, yeah, they're making them. Okay, so they have switched. Let me check something real quick. So they've switched. This is the second time they've switched since I've been here. When I first started, it was this direction that they're changing to now. And I think this is the norm for this runway here. Our friends to the north, let's see here, not him. He's private. See, now they have another landing the other way. let me go back over here. This is crazy. Coming in from LAX 1719. I know this flight. 737-7, 42 minutes. And there's the breeze in the southwest on the opposite side getting ready to depart. So this is Mike, your host of OC JetView. We are at Las Vegas International Airport, Harry Reid. Excuse me. And we have a surprise today because we have Trump here with the new 747 Air Force One that was gifted to him from Qatar. And I am hoping to get the plane to depart in front of us here. So if you're just tuning in and you've never subscribed, please hit the button, like it, and watch the videos in their entirety. Really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. There's a Southwest just parked there. And there is the new pretty Air Force One. Hey Randy, what's going on? Good to have you on, man. I don't know if you knew last time, you're my moderator now, so I really appreciate it. In Las Vegas, check out Air Force One there. So there's one landing to my left, and then they got a bunch of planes taking off. So if you're just tuning in, we had to switch runway directions a second time now. And it looks like we got a big 7.6 right there, a Delta. Let's see, where is he? He's over here. Okay, so you got this American just landed, right? See this? He'll go to the end of the runway, and then you got this breeze facing him getting ready to take off the opposite direction. So the plane that just landed came in from LAX, American 2529. I know that flight as well, 737-8, 44 minutes. And then the breeze is going to Jacksonville, Florida. I say that Delta was? I thought he was a heavy. He's not, he's just a 7.5. Flight 795 going to JFK, New York, 75200. And breeze is on the roll. Perfect. From what I heard, Trump was at LAX the other day. Now he came here and he has some sort of speech at a place called Red Rock Casino here in Vegas. So he probably landed and just hopped in the bulletproof Cadillacs and went over there. I don't know where he's gonna go once he leaves Las Vegas. Maybe back to DC, I'd imagine. Breeze Southwest, Delta Southwest. We got a couple of departures. I don't think there's going to be any opposite direction landings currently. And yeah, you know what, Randy? Maybe he is throwing a couple coins in the slot machines. I don't know. So breeze. And then Southwest going to SAT San Antonio, Texas, 737-800, flight 4653. He is right behind breeze. And then behind the 7-5, we got another Southwest going to OKC, Oklahoma City. 737 MAX 8, 4567 on the flight number for that one. Here goes our breeze. This is Airbus A220, not a 320, it's smaller. And this is numero uno times on the channel getting this airline. He's very quiet. And he's off. Okay. Woo, this breeze feels so good. Cross takeoff on the other runways, so Southwest is waiting on him. That looked like a bigger aircraft. Let me zoom in and see what he was. No, that was just oh, Viva Airlines Flight 112 going to Mexico City, MEX. Yeah, A321-200 Neo. 3 hours and 16-minute flight. Okay, so what happened with this Viva plane is it was a go-around. Yeah, because he's 4,900 feet with runway heading, 232 knots, so we'll have to follow him. He was unable to land on the first try. Now we have the Southwest. Okay, they're landing this direction again. Perfect. Now it's the time when I have to pick and choose who I want to film. Do I want a landing? Do I want to take off? You know, I can't get them both at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to zigzag it. I want to get that 7.5 though. Off. Okay, perfect. Let's get a landing, shall we? Check out how this looks. Get the reverse thrust going on right here. It'll be loud. goes the 7.5. I wanted to get him. Those Pratt & Whitney engines blazing down the runway. Okay. Let's go for landing. How does that look on the screen? Excellent. I think I know what I'm doing. Can you believe it? We got a United 7.3 coming in. Then we got another United waiting to take off. It's going to IAD Washington, which is the East Coast. Flight 2382, 737-8. The one that just landed was coming from San Francisco, flight 2449, 737-8. 1 hour and 9 minutes for him. Then we got our Canadian friends WestJet flight 1057 going to YVR Vancouver. 737-8 as well. Where's the heavies at today? LAX, there would have been 400 already. Man. Well, I'll take it. You know, these planes are cool too. Okay, burning fuel. Burning fuel. Here we go. He's going. Boy, this is a busy airport. I would say it's close to LAX, at least with small planes. He's stilling up the whole runway. Literally the whole runway. Wow. That guy's crazy. Southwest coming in. Greased it. WestJet, let's do it. the ground a little earlier than the previous flight. And we will get a landing. Which is going to be Viva Airlines, coming in from Mexico City, MEX A321-200 Neo, flight 112, and it took them 3 hours and 25 minutes to do it. Alright. He's crabbing a little, so there's a crosswind. Crosswind coming in from the north going south. It's making the plane go to the left. So they got to apply some rudder to counteract that and straighten themselves down on the runway. There you go. Okay guys, so now we have none other than Southwest. So I want to thank all our current subscribers and subscribers that have been with me since the get-go. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. We're getting the watch hours going. It's coming along. If you're new, this is OC JetView. We're based out of Orange County, California. I do a lot of videos at LAX Airport. Today we are at Harry Reid Airport in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And while we're doing our stream here, we have Trump's Air Force One, brand new 747 from Qatar. And we're waiting for him to finish his business, get back in the plane and take off. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and let's watch some planes. We do have a plane getting ready to take off here. Looks like it's a Delta 73. It is going back to LAX, flight 1696, 737-8, Delta Airlines. Looks like he's moving. Excuse me. We almost had a 2-for-1 if the one landing was just a little bit sooner. We are going to hear it now, though, that's for sure. Any second now. want to give a shout out today to my beautiful wife watching at home in St. George, Utah. Her name is Laura Lee. Love you. Thanks for watching. And I think I'm finally going to be able to get Trump's plane on the channel. That's what we're hoping. He's got to leave sooner or later, right? Kind of in a stall here now. Let me see what's going on. That Southwest is holding landings. We do have a landing coming in. Okay, cool. Coming in from Indianapolis, Indiana, IND, flight 2062, 737-8, 3 hours and 27-minute flight. Coming in from Arcata ACV flight 653 A220-300 again, and he made that in 1 hour and 41-minute flight, give or take. Behind him is another Volaris coming in from Guadalajara, GDL A321-200 Neo on that one, flight 1740. 2 hours and 39-minute flight for him. And there's a couple more planes on the outskirts that are going to start coming in. We won't name them off yet. Gotta redo the app, because what happens is it starts making planes disappear on the tarmac here. There we go, we're back. Okay. Our next landing is Breeze Airway coming in from Arcata. I don't know where that is. I'll have to look that up. Arcata, I have no idea. Now Breeze Airways, you guys saw before that they are those like blue planes, right? This is not. This might be a different livery, which is cool. I love all the different liveries. We got a couple Americans out there lining up. So he is a ghost plane. He has not received his paint job yet. Okay. Just a little triangle of blue there above the wing. Did you see that? That was cool. Okay. Well, know what the deal with that is. We're going to wait on this Southwest here to take off. Local time Las Vegas is 10 minutes to 2 p.m. here. Wednesday, August 5th. So we're already 5 days into the month of August. Froze up on me again. Here we go. Okay. Let's do the Valaris coming in. Okay, we could switch right over to Southwest. Just getting off the ground now. And of course, we don't know what this airline is, right? Mexico 73, probably going to Mexico City, but I'll have to confirm that. We're just cranking them out here. Another landing. It's JetBlue. He pretty much just used his brakes. Okay. So when it stutters like that, it's just the stream health says forward, and then you go back to the next one. Sometimes that happens. Delta 75 coming in, flight 807. 4 hours and 52 minutes on this one. Pratt & Whitney's. Ooh, that was great. Now it popped back to excellent, so that's good. Okay. That's back to normal. Mustang. Our next landing will be Frontier Hugh the Manatee livery, and he came out of Burbank, A321-200, flight 4108. The Southwest in front of us has been waiting a while, 737-8 flight. Why is it not showing it? Is that it? Going to San Diego, 4237, 737-8. So we're waiting on that Southwest. He's been there probably a good 20 minutes now. Let's see if I could get this manatee on the tail of this Frontier for you guys. There he is, saying hi. That's cool. Might as well go for this next landing. It is going to be another Frontier, flight 4131 coming from IAH Houston, A321-200 Neo, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Fin to Oceanic white tip. Alright, let's do it. We just did. White tip is a shark. That's cool. All right. Okay, give me a couple minutes to do something real quick. I apologize. I'm trying to see if I can find any information on Trump here. See what we got going with this once the ad is done. Okay, so for Trump right now, it is live. It shows the stage and the podium where he's going to be speaking, but he is not there yet. He has not started talking yet. People are asking in the chat when he's starting. Okay, I'll have to hold off on that for now. Here's the Delta 75. All right. You know what, I think they opened up that other location down here. Yeah, I think so. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. If he hasn't even taken the podium, he usually talks for at least an hour. I'm going to close this stream now. I'm going to go grab some lunch. And then I'll end up on that other location, so maybe it'll be a better view for his Air Force One when he takes off. So let me do that, and I'll see you guys in about an hour or so. Okay, see ya.